I'm always the first to like what I do or what I am doing. So guys, as you join us, like and share, you know how we do it. You like and share so that others will be notified that Uncle Roddy is live now. And if you are seeing me for the first time, just join this broadcast. Follow my page. What is even wrong with me this morning? I don't understand. So if you are seeing me for the first time, you know what to do. Follow my page. Subscribe to my channels. So as you are watching, let me know where you are. As you are watching, let me know where you are located. Tell us where you are located. I've got some new followers, which I don't know their location. So I want to know where you are located. I know a lot of people's location. So, morning we are going to Mercy. I see you, Mercy. How are you doing? This morning we are going to discuss inheritance. Inheritance. That's what we are here to discuss this morning. Inheritance. That's why we are here. And this is a very important topic. Yes, it's an important program. I wanted, if you remembered, last week I wanted to run this program, but because of certain situation, I was unable to run the program. So this morning, I've got time to run the program. We are going to discuss inheritance. So everyone watching me should like and share this broadcast. See, I benefit nothing from you if you don't like or share this broadcast. Yes, the only thing I get from you is you liking my program, sharing it. You understand me? Makala, Swan, how are you doing? That's what I benefit. You liking and sharing my broadcast. Bring in more people. Let us discuss will or inheritance. That's what we are here to discuss. So how many? Makela, I'm good. Makela, I'm good. Makela Swan. That's a fine name. So guys, what's going on? It seems my people are sleeping. If you guys are not willing to share this broadcast, like it and share it, then I will go inside. Paul by Waters is in the building. Hussein or Hussan, how are you doing? It's supposed to be Hussein, and I'm seeing Hussam. Maybe that's the correct way to write it. It is Swen, not Swan. Yes, that's here. Where are you from? Makela, Swan. It says Swen, not Swan. Canary Kim, I see you big time. Canary Kim, I see you. Canary Kim, not Kim. Paul by Waters is in the building. Paul by Waters is a core follower of this page. Yes, so the last time I was running a live broadcast, a puzzle came up on TikTok. I was not able to solve it. So they cut off my live broadcast. Makala, Swan, thank you. I appreciate you. I want more people to join us before we begin to, we start with, yeah, more people. I want more people to, okay, there are Hussein on Hussein. Okay, good to know. Yes, good to know. So now that a lot of people are coming in, I want us to, this program, I'm going to add real life stories. So I'm going to include real life stories, in this program. So share it. You stand to benefit a lot in this program. So much to, who's Sam? I don't live in Nigeria. Do you understand me? I don't live in Nigeria. I've not been there for a long time. So that is it. Now that a lot of people are here now, we want to discuss inheritance. So keep sharing this broadcast. That's, let me tell you. Are you listening to me? In some days now, I'm going to hit 58 years. 58. So that means I've been 58 years here on earth. For these 58 years, I have seen a lot, experienced a lot, the good, the bad, and the ugly. What is guiding me here today, what is keeping me here today is my experience, the experiences I've got in the past. You understand me? Kenneth Seller asked me, how do I deal with health issues? How do I deal with health issues? How I deal with health issues, number one, I don't eat anyhow. Number one, I don't eat anyhow. I don't eat junk foods. I don't cook with oil. Oil I don't cook with. There are foods I avoid. That is it. And I try to do physical activity, exercise. I try to do it, exercise. And because of my blood pressure, I don't eat late. I don't eat late. So that's it. That's how, and one of the ways. Now that we are over 100 people watching now, 114 people watching, let's go. Now this morning we are here to discuss inheritance. And this is very, very important. For those of you see me for the first time, follow this page. This is how we roll here. You see me, you follow the page. Inheritance. This topic is very important to everybody watching me. Now, let me go further with this program. In every family, listen attentively, this is not, in every family, there are good and bad people. Listen. There are good and bad people in every family. Don't come here to tell me your family is perfect. There is no perfect family. Number one. If you go, there is no perfect family. Listen to me. You may assume your family is perfect because many of your family members are pretenders. They are hiding certain things from you, hiding their character. Some laid ambush, waiting for you to fall, into their trap. Fall in their trap. Some set traps for you, but you may not know. And you assume that they are good. They are not actually good. Are you listening to me? Now, in every family, not everyone will be successful. Not, though there are some families you find majority of the people majority of the family members successful. Some families so, but this is not common. In many families, you see the rich, the poor. You see the ones that are struggling. The only thing you see in some families are the things you see in some families are you see some families are understanding. Maybe somebody came up and decided to help the ones struggling. You can find it, but this is very few. Let's go further. Now, do not forget, we are here to discuss inheritance. The experience I've gained in life, some people that are 100 years have not gained such experience. You need to learn from everything that is happening around you, that happened to you, and everything that has happened to others, you know. Now, you see, there are some parents, not some, every parent wants to leave inheritance for his or her child. Parents want to leave inheritance for their children, though some were not able to achieve it. Many achieved it. Listen, especially if you come from somewhere, there are people who do not have parents or parental care. Now listen to me. There are so many parents who were able to achieve a lot during their lifetime, like they bought properties. There are so many parents who were unable to achieve anything in life. Listen attentively. So many parents were unable to achieve anything. Some parents achieved a lot. There are also people who are enjoying generational wealth. That is what they are, the property they are enjoying today came from their ancestors, their great grandparents. Don't forget, not everybody is a hustler in families. Not everybody has clean hearts in families. Some may pretend, listen to me. Not everybody, don't make the mistake of thinking. Are you listening to me? Not everybody is good-hearted. Let me tell you, there are people who were born with very bad hearts, wicked hearts. They were born that way. There are also people who were born with good hearts. And don't forget, people born with bad hearts could be among their family members. There are people who are greedy and covetous. There are people who are greedy, they want to take everything. You may have such among your family members. Let me tell you. We are talking about inheritance. There are also lazy people among family members. There is nothing you can do to help them succeed. You offer them any kind of help, they will never, that is, you will not see them turn out good. There are people like that in families. That is, they are up to no good. Hold on. So we are talking about inheritance. Now, some of these bad-hearted family members, some of these lazy family members, some of these family members who are not hustlers, I said some, are very dangerous. I did not say all. There are some people who are lazy but good-hearted. There are also people who are lazy but bad-hearted. There are people who have nothing, they are very poor, but they dine with the devil. They are devil incarnate, very cruel, very wicked. Listen. Now, let me tell you, I told you guys I'm going to start by sharing a story with you. I saw this one happen. There was a guy I lived with. There was a guy I lived with. This guy, at a time, was very poor. I've told you guys the story. At a time, this guy was very poor. He had nothing. Each day he would go to the market, come back without making any money, no profit. Along the line, luck smiled on this guy, that guy that I lived with. He slept in my room back then in Africa. Luck smiled on him. One day he went to his business place, got contracts, executed this contract, made some money back then. That was late 80s. This guy made money. So as he made money, he now began to buy house furnitures. Don't forget, he went to rent an apartment. Bought himself a motorcycle. Bought properties like fridge and other rug. You know, that time rug was what reigned then. So this guy bought some house property. So not that he owned the house he lived in, the apartment he did not buy it. Listen. Then this guy had a junior brother, the same parents, the same mother, the same father, struggling too. Do you understand me? He had a junior brother struggling too. This junior brother was broke. Now the senior one went to business, got contracts, made some money, and then rented an apartment, bought properties, bought motorcycle, and was doing good. Got himself a girlfriend. Listen. Everybody was happy with him. I'm not going to tell you what happened between me and that guy because it's a long story. But then this guy started doing well for himself. Now this guy that began to do well for himself, listen. Celeb, I see you. This guy that began to do well for himself, one day, the guy was selfish. The guy that began to do well for himself was a selfish guy. One day, what came out from the mouth of the junior brother shocked me. Listen, because the guy rented one room. Listen, the room, not flat, he rented, I remember now, he rented one room. And as he rented the room, he was majestically mannered. I see you. The guy rented one, majestically mannered. You asked a question. What do you mean? How you said what? Tell me what you mean so that I can answer you. Now, that my friend who made money rented one room, and he was living only with his girlfriend in that one room, not a flat. And he did not take his junior brother to live with him because of, how small the space was, because he wanted privacy. for himself and his girlfriend. Listen. He wanted privacy for himself and his girlfriend. So he did not take his junior brother to live with him. So the junior brother was staying where we lived. Listen to what the junior brother said one day that shocked me. One day, as we were inside my room discussing, after the day's business, we were discussing. The junior brother said, any day the brother dies, that one that rented a room that was living with the girlfriend, any day the brother died, he was going to inherit all his properties. Don't run. He said, anytime the brother dies, listen, I'm giving you, a lot of stories are coming. I'm giving you real life stories. As at that time, he said if the brother dies, he will take over the motorcycle, all the properties the brother bought, and everything that belonged to the brother. As at that time, the brother had not gotten any child. Listen, do not forget, out of the abundance of the heart, out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. Whatever you have in your heart, whatever you meditate daily, that is what you speak. When this guy said this thing, I was shocked. Then, you see, this guy made this statement in the 80s. Up to today, I've not forgotten it. He said if the brother dies, he would take over the brothers. He would inherit the brothers' properties. That means this junior brother had been wishing the elder brother bad. He was waiting for the elder brother to die so that he can inherit, because he said he was the next of kin. He was the person following his elder brother. So he was wishing the brother death in order for him to own the brother's properties. Hold on. Hold on. Well, guys, if you are seeing me for the first time, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Now listen. You heard what the guy said. Now let's continue. The worst, the worst, you that is watching me now, listen to me. The worst mistake you will make in life is to be comfortable with somebody who is your next of kin. Listen, the worst mistake you will make is to be comfortable. Is for you not to be cautious with somebody who is your next of kin. I know some people may not understand this, but I will explain it in this video. We began this program by talking about family members. See, when you go to family, even in Europe, when you go to family, many families, you see fights, court cases, dispute over inheritance. That thing they say, you see brothers rise against brothers, sisters rise against sisters. We are talking about inheritance. There are brothers as they grow. There are also sisters as they grow. Their eyes are on family property. Sometimes, I'm talking about family property now. I'm not talking about the one you made. There are brothers, even at tender age, especially when it comes to of first in the heir to the father's pound. Listen attentively. Especially when it comes to first sons owning the father's property. There is always problem there. Let me leave it. But here, you see, there are some children and grow and find out their father was able to accumulate properties. Their mother was able to accumulate properties. Some children, very mean, very wicked children, they want to own all. Don't run. They don't want, they are not consider, they don't know you are the brother. They don't know that you are the sister. They want you to get out of their way for them to inherit the properties. See, I'm going to give it to you raw this morning. See, we are talking about your siblings. We are talking about your siblings. The same mother, the same father, sometimes half brother, half sister. Listen attentively. Now, as you grow, men, I have seen some children who refused to go hustle. I have seen some children who refused to go make money, to go fight for their own. They depend on the properties their parents made. And this kind of children, you see them fight everybody in the family. Some go as far as unaliving their siblings. Listen, some go as far as unaliving their siblings just to inherit that property alone. See, let me tell you, for those of you who do not know, many guys you see living in abroad, many guys living in abroad, they are under spiritual suspension. You may not understand this. Many guys living in abroad, somebody somewhere in Africa, caged them not to return, suspended them not to come back to Africa. Did you know why? You may think you know what you are doing, but what is happening to you, you do not know. Some may doubt this, or some people may say, I'm putting fear in the heart of some people. It's not true. Many guys living in abroad, someone is behind, they are not going home, going back, returning back. Especially if your property is in somebody's hand. Listen, if your property, your car, your land, anything you own is in somebody's hand, you need to tread with caution. Listen attentively. I told you guys, I said, listen, the worst mistake you will make in life is to be comfortable with somebody who is owing you, who has your property. Man, I'm talking out of experience. The worst mistake you will make is to be free with somebody who is owing you money, somebody who is in charge of your property. If you are comfortable with somebody who is in charge of your property, who has access to your property, you are digging your grave. Now, ready to talk. Let me go further. See, if somebody is owing you money, maybe you borrowed money to somebody, you lent somebody money. Let's talk about money. Somebody came to you. First of all, let me tell you, I don't lend money to somebody. If you come to me, if I've got money, for instance, when I was driving taxi, if you come to borrow money from me, I will tell you I don't have. I will give you. If I decide to give you, I dash you money. Say, man, I have 100 euro. I have 50 euro. I don't give you money to pay me back. Now, there are so many people who are in business people. There are so many people who somebody came to borrow money from. Maybe somebody came to borrow you big amounts of money. You've got to be careful of that person who is owing you. Because in most cases, that person will be wishing you death. I need to put it this way. See, learn from me. Anybody that is paying you money, you've got to be careful of that person. I'm not saying everybody, but 90% of them will be happy if you die. Because they know if you die, they will no longer pay that money. Listen to me. Somebody who is owing you money, his prayer will be for you to pass away. They know if you pass away, they are not going to pay that money anymore. Hold on. This is why I said, you see, this is where I have problem with some religious people. A lot of you that have been following me have heard me say, it's not every prayer you say amen to. It is not every prayer you say amen to. Because somebody who is owing you may be praying for your death, wants you to die. And it's not everybody you wish his dreams or her dreams to come true. Some people's dreams are for you to die. So when you die, they take over your property. They eat your money. That your money will not be paid back. Listen, that is why the problem I have, I was ignorant. When I speak out of experience. I was ignorant, now I am woke. Back then when we went to church, back then I told you guys I don't go to church anymore. But back then when I went to church, you see some pastors say, everybody should tell God what you want. You see, the congregation, everybody will start praying. Ba, 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 ba. At the end of the day, they say, in the name of Jesus, everybody will say, amen. You open your mouth and say amen when you did not know what the person, your neighbor, the person standing close to you, prayed for. You don't know what the person, some prayed to go and kidnap somebody. Their prayer was to go for their operation, kidnap operation to be successful. Some, their prayer were for them to go and rob, for robbery operation to be successful. Some their prayers were for you to die, for you not to come back home alive. Okay, listen. Some their prayer is for you not to be continue to live in abroad, and you are saying amen to prayers. Now, let me drop this one there. This is why it's. I was doing it before. May your dreams come true. When they tell you, you write, you tell people, it's not everybody you tell his or her dreams to come true, because you don't know what the dreams of that person is. Somebody you write, maybe birthday, maybe the person is having an occasion, you say, or you want to pray for somebody, you say, may your dreams come true. Do you know the person's dreams? The person's dreams might be to take the property that does not belong to him or her. The person's dream might be for you, you that is living in abroad, never to come back alive so that they can take your properties. Let's continue. So, now, don't always say, may your dreams come true to people, oh, because everybody has an enemy. And that person that has an enemy is not wishing the enemy well. When you say that person, when you tell somebody, may your dreams come true, you don't know the dream of that person. The dream of that person could be, that person is coming how to unalive some people so that they will give way for him or her. Have you seen it now? I'm a deep thinker. That is it. That is what I am, a deep thinker, a critical thinker. Now, let's continue. Now, anybody that is owing you money, you need to be cautious about that person. Man, I have seen people die because they borrowed money to somebody. Some years ago, a businessman borrowed his fellow businessman a huge amount of money somewhere in Africa. Listen attentively. As at that time, that money was huge. You know, he borrowed him huge amount of money somewhere in Africa. This is a true life story. So when he borrowed him that money, he borrowed a fellow businessman money. And that fellow businessman promised to pay back at a particular point in time, at a particular time. Before that time reached, the person who they borrowed money to secretly went to unalive the lender, the person that gave him money. Are you listening to me? Somebody, these were two businessmen. This is not, I don't want to be calling names, calling countries and calling this in. Listen, a businessman borrowed his good friend money. The good friend he borrowed money to. When the time for him to pay that money back reached, he went behind, planned with some guys to go unalive the guy. Fortunately, that's the way to put it, he was caught. The man told the wife, the man told the wife that he borrowed so person money. At the end, he was caught and he confessed to the crime. This is why I told you. Now there is another story, let me tell you. There was another story of a woman who was a business person. She supplied She supplied goods to her customers. And in this case, this woman was a Nigerian, but supplied goods to her customers in Ghana. Listen to this. Maybe some of you heard the news. We tell these stories for you to learn from. This woman, her business was to supply goods to people. And after, the people will sell the goods and pay her back her money. So this woman supplied goods to some people in Accra, in Ghana. And these goods were worth much money. Now, guess what? The woman supplied commodities to, now asked the woman to come and have her money. Don't move. He now asked the woman that supplied him goods to come to Ghana and have her money. When the woman reached there, the man planned and unalived the woman in the hotel she lodged, not to pay her that money. But again, he was caught. How about many that carried out such actions and weren't caught? Don't go away. Listen, this is why I tell you, whenever you see me make a video or tell stories, I tell stories based on experiences. Don't forget, trade with caution when it comes to people owing you money or people who are in possession of your inheritance, your properties. Let's go. You know, I began by telling you the kinds of, the type of people we have in our families. Now let's go. I saw a video. This one is not, this one happened real life. I don't need to call the region, I don't need to call the country. I saw a video of a brother who, these guys were two in the family, two men. Their parents gave birth to them, two men, two guys in the family. And the parents have landed properties like 2-3 plots of land that they inherited from their ancestors. Now, guess what? Don't forget, these guys were two. Yes. One day, the elder brother returned back home, came to the village. You know, he was, doing his business, running his business in the city. One time, he returned back home to his father's house. He was comfortable with the brother, not knowing the brother had hidden plans. So, and the brother prepared food, they went outside, they went to eat together, drank together. This guy, when he came back, he was hella healthy, greeted everybody in the village, strong man. After the guy went to bed and died. He did not wake up the following day. The whole villagers were shocked. What a mysterious death. Somebody that just returned from the city came to his father's compound and died. So the kindred men said they will not accept this kind of mysterious death. They said they knew on their own that somebody was behind the death of that guy. Because the guy came and as the guy came back, he socialized with everybody, the other men in the village and not everybody. So the kindred men said they are not going to accept such deaths. That this is where I tell you, I told you guys, I said, listen, these deities we have in Africa, they have power. So some of these, what's it called? Kindred men now carried all the youths to go swear deity, to go swear oath. Now, you know, there are some people who knows which deity is powerful. So they called all the youths that were around. They said all of them will go swear oaths if they know what happened to that guy that died. Listen. Now, they went to a very strong native doctor. Saw it our state life. They began to call the youths, all the males, all the young men, all the men in the kindred, in the village. They began to call them. If they go, they will, say certain things. If they know what happened to the man, will bring something to know, there was a way the man performed that, juju, the native doctor. First person, second person went. went swore. Ritual, you are right. The whole people, when it got to his brother, the same mother, the same father, the juju, the deity, the juju caught the brother. The whole villagers shouted. That is when when it got to the brother, as he stepped in to swear, the juju caught him. The native doctor said this man was the person who poisoned the brother. They began to question him. They began to ask him, did you know what happened to your brother? Confess now before it is too late. Now this guy, the junior brother, began to confess what he did to the elder brother. He said he poisoned his food. They asked him why. Men are washed. I don't need to call the town. Why did you poison? Because of land. Because of family land. He wanted to own all the land. Guys, when I tell you something, listen to me. Patrick Martins, I see you. Listen to me when I tell you something. There are people you need to be cautious of. Somebody who is owing you. If you have inheritance that you will share with somebody, be careful of that person. Not in all cases, but in most cases. So, now, the junior brother poisoned the elder brother because of land. He wanted him out of the way so as to own the land alone. His only surviving brother. Story plenty. Guys, before I go further, I want you guys to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Go to Uncle Rody on YouTube and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let's go. See, let me touch this issue now. Let me touch this issue. Listen. This guy was caught because the kindred men were interested in the case. They want to know how come that guy died untimely death like that. Imagine in a situation where nobody cared. Maybe they forgot about the death of that guy. They carried the guy and buried. Nobody would know. Nobody would know the brother was behind the death of the elder one. The junior brother was behind the death of the elder one. Listen. See, you see it. And there are situations like that where somebody committed heinous crime. Like somebody unalived another person and nobody caught him or her. Don't go. Listen. Now, imagine in a situation where that culprit, the person that poisoned somebody, went free. Nobody caught him. He would either sell that land, use it and buy car or build another house or start a business. Listen, don't go. That guy that poisoned his brother, let us reverse, let us change the situation. In a situation where nobody caught him. Now, let's assume nobody caught him. You see him sell that plot of land. Use the money, start a business, buy a car, build a house, and then go to marry a woman. Listen attentively. He will go and use the money and marry a woman. Don't forget, that guy has blood in his hand because he murdered his brother. And let's assume nobody caught him. You see him go marry another woman. And the woman he married wouldn't know the husband is a murderer. Now listen. I tell you, there are some times you reap what you did not sow. I'm going deeper now. Now, if that guy who poisoned the brother, let's assume nobody caught him, and then he sold the land and married a woman, Listen, at the end of the day, that woman will partake in the punishment because two shall become one. A man and the husband, a man and the wife are one. Husband and wife are one. If you do not know. So, you see an innocent woman, because women want to get married, go marry somebody she did not know his history, what he has done. And you still see the children. The children will partake in the punishment because their father was a murderer. You don't understand it. This is for adults. You see, that's why I tell you, who you marry determines how your future is going to be. Don't go. Who you marry determines how your future. Some people argue. See, listen. That guy that poisoned the brother, let's say nobody caught him, and he go ahead and marry a woman. That woman will partake. The woman did not know what happened in the past, did not know that the husband murdered somebody. But because she married him, you see how this life is very deep and spiritual. Because she married him, she will partake in the punishment of that crime. Yes, you see, because husband and wife are one. The man will inject his semen into the woman. Why are you asking this question? This is how life is. Anybody you marry determines. See, let me tell you, if you do not know, I know a lot of new followers are here. See, if your husband is fighting battle, a man who is at war, if he comes to marry you as a woman, you become part of the war, of the battle. If a woman is fighting war, you as a man, if you go marry that woman, you become part of that war. You don't know how this life goes. See, if a man is rich, if you marry that rich man, you will enjoy that richness. You'll be part of that wealth. If a man is poor, if you marry that man, you become part of that poverty. If a man or a woman is cursed, if you marry that woman, you become part of that curse. Let me give a typical example. Let's assume that guy that poisoned his brother. Listen, this life, some people don't know where their problems are from. If man, you don't know how this life is. See, some people do not see. Let's assume that guy that poisoned his brother, nobody caught him. Nobody caught him. And you see parents and villagers lay curse on the culprits. You see some people say, anybody who has a hand in the death of this man, it shall never be well with the person. You see them lay curse on the guy. See, after laying that curse, people lay curse on somebody when they don't know. Listen now. As they lay curse on that man, that guy that poisoned the brother, any woman he marries will be part of that curse. And the children. This is why you need to be very careful in life. This life is spiritual. I'm not telling you lie. You don't understand it. Why do you think they don't? Listen, you need to be very careful. Why do you think they say the iniquities of the fathers shall be visited upon their children, even up to the fourth generation? The iniquities, the children were not there. The fathers committed that iniquity. Go read. This is it. What do you understand by generational curses and generational blessings? What do you understand? When they say the iniquities, the wrongdoings of the fathers shall be visited upon the children. You think it's a joke? The children, there are covenants you make, you partake in. covenants you partake in, you rope in your generations to come. See, there are covenants. You don't joke. Oh. A lot of people are suffering what they did not even, that is, they are being punished for what they did not do. Suffering what their ancestors did. Sometimes you are suffering you are suffering as a result of who you married. You think it's a joke? At times you are suffering because of who you married, the family you married into. You don't know. There are families, they don't live long. It is in their bloodline. Not maybe because of causes or some. There are some families, they don't live long. If you marry in that family, that woman may not, or your children, because it runs in the blood. There are some families, they are wealthy. That is, wealth runs in their blood. Some poverty runs in their blood. There are certain diseases. Did I get it right? Sicknesses that runs in the blood. Ailments. There are some families. Some certain things runs in their blood. It's no joke. If you marry that woman or that man, this is what you will get. See, let me tell you. When I make videos, man, sometimes when I go, I watch people. I watch people. If you marry, see, let me give you a typical example. If you marry a woman with care leg or a man with care leg, have it in mind, some of your children will have care leg. That is how it is spiritually. You can't run away from it. Man, yesterday I went outside. When was it? Yesterday. I saw a man and the wife. A man, the wife, and the son step out of the car. When the man came out, I did not know the difference between the man and the son. The way the man was limping leg was the same way the son was limping leg. Not that anything happened to the son, but the son, took after the father. Exactly. You don't understand it. See, these are the physical threats, the ones you see. How about the ones you don't see that runs in the blood? If you marry, see, you don't know what you're talking. Man, even this program is worth $1 billion. I'm telling you what a lot of people do not know. If you go see your wife has a bow leg, if your wife has a bow leg, bear in mind some of your children will have bow leg. If your husband has bow leg, have in mind some of your children will have bow leg. You don't know. This is how it is spiritually too. Don't you understand it? Don't you understand it? And this is something you cannot see. I saw a man. The man moves like this. That was exactly how the son moves. See, there are times you see a son look exactly like the father. A daughter look exactly like mother. I mean, physical appearance. That is how it's in bloodline. If you do not know. The other time I made a video, I said, see, okay, let me give you a typical example. Look at my wife. She looks exactly, she reminds me of her mother. Exactly. Sometimes, do you understand what I mean? It's like this. I said, see, if you want to know how your children are going to look like, look at your parents, your grandparents. If you want to know how your children are going to look like. So now, intelligence demands, when I'm even deviating from the topic, intelligence demands. When you want to get married, you need to look very well. Take your time. Study how does that your woman works, man, behavior. See such behaviors in your children. The way that woman moves, I know they tell you lie. The way that your woman moves, that's your girlfriend. The things you see in that your girlfriend, the things you see in that boyfriend, that's what you're going to see in your children. You think it's a joke? It's not a joke. Guys, you are not subscribing to my YouTube channel. What's going on? What's going on? You are not subscribing to my YouTube channel. What's going on? Guys, go to my YouTube channel. See that link? That link on my my bio there on TikTok, YouTube. Click on that bio and subscribe to my YouTube channel. These things I'm telling you, nobody will teach you this in school. You see that bio? Go buy it to my TikTok. You see that my bio? You see to press YouTube. It will direct you to YouTube channel. Subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything. Does not cost you anything. You see. So let's continue with this our program. Now, guys, have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? Because waiting again from this broadcast now. If you don't subscribe, I know labor in vain now. Or do you want us to end this in now? I'm giving you guys wisdom, experience that is worth more than money. Go subscribe. Chantal, you think I'm telling you the way it is. Do you understand me? That is why you've got to be very careful who you associate yourself with in life. When I talk about religion, some people, what is religion? I'm telling you, life is about spirituality, not religion. Life is about spirituality, not religion. There are things it's not about. Prayer will not answer it. Prayer will not solve that problem. Do you understand what I mean? See, you've got to be careful of who you call who you associate yourself with. Some people, do you know, causes are infectious. Causes are contagious. You don't understand it. Medicine has come again, no. I don't understand. They said, which of these objects is one on the head? Okay, let me see. Hopefully I will get it. Which of these objects? Man, this thing just want to disrupt my this thing. I don't understand it. These people like to disrupt my this thing. I don't understand people. And also they are now is unbelievable. So which of these objects has a lens? Even the objects they are bringing out, I'm not even seeing it, man. Now, this is, I was just lucky. I was just lucky. The kind of puzzle they are bringing now, so complicated. I was talking about, if you see the type of puzzle, you will not even see anything. I was talking about friends, people you associate yourself with. I told you, causes are contagious. You can get that. Somebody that, if you make a friend to somebody who is cursed, it might affect you. I know a lot of people might come to argue. If you hang out with a cursed person, it might affect you. If you hang out with a blessed person, that blessing will reach you. Are you getting the point? If you hang out with somebody who is blessed, you get that air blessing will reach you. You know, somebody that is blessed, wherever he goes, favor follows him. He meets people like him. Man, this life is too deep. You've got to be very careful. So we are discussing about inheritance. Nobody, man, I said follow my, man, we are almost 5,000 subscribers on YouTube.